This is Dick Weber. If you're a league or recreational bowler, I've got some very exciting news for you. The Dick Weber Legacy and the Legacy Reactive. Two remarkable new bowling balls designed specifically to help you improve your game. AMF has adapted the advanced core designs of today's pro balls to help you create more hook and increase hitting power. If you're like many bowlers, that's just what you need to increase your score. If you're ready to move up to the next level of performance, go to your pro shop and ask for the Dick Weber Legacy or the Legacy Reactive from AMF. The first bowling balls in 25 years that I've wanted to put my name on.
He has won 32 PBA events.
One more. There it is. All the way home.
4 times he's been named Bowler of the Year.
Weber throws, he comes, he's there, he carries.
He is in the ABC Hall of Fame and the PBA Hall of Fame.
He needs this one. All the way to the bank.
A 10-time All-American. He was named All-Time All-American by the Bowling Writers Association.
Right, he's a winner.
He is the only professional bowler to win championships in 5 consecutive decades. He is the one and only Dick Weber.
Hello, I'm Dick Weber. You know, it's been nearly 50 years since my first tournament victory. And I'm happy to say that bowling is as exciting for me as it's ever been. As a player on the senior tour, a PBA regional director, and a member of the AMF staff of champions, I've been able to be part of the continued development of the greatest sport in the world. But there's no role that I enjoy more than the one that allows me to share what I've learned in 5 decades of bowling, teaching people to be better bowlers. Since I started bowling, many aspects of the game have changed. Things like lane construction and finishes and the way oil dressings are applied have made bowling a somewhat different game from what it was 40 or 50 years ago. And especially in the last decade, ball technology has changed dramatically. Yet in spite of all these changes, many recreational and league bowlers have altered their playing styles very little from the basics they learned in their first months of bowling. Learning the basics is, of course, important. But even some of us veteran bowlers have had to go back now and then and revise some techniques we learned early on so we can continue to improve our games. So even though you're an experienced bowler, and maybe even a very accomplished bowler, let's head for the lanes and see what you can do to make yourself an even better bowler. You know, a lot of people have referred to me as something of a textbook-style bowler, and I think they mean that as a compliment. But no matter how good a teaching tool my style might be, there are many variations that also work well for many bowlers. To give you a better understanding of these variations and how they might be better for you, I've asked my friends Leila Wagner, Steve Wunderlich, and Del Warren to help explain and demonstrate some of these alternatives. But first, let's look at the bowling ball itself. For anybody who enjoys bowling enough to want to be good at it, there comes a time when you need your own ball. And when that time comes, you have a lot of choices to make. First, let's consider the ball's surface material, its cover stock. For beginners and many other recreational bowlers, a polyester ball is an excellent choice. They are relatively low priced, and the bright colors and patterns of many of these balls have made them especially popular. As your skills become more advanced, you may want a ball that will allow you to create more hook. The surface of a urethane ball grips the lanes much better than a polyester ball, increasing its hooking potential and its carrying power as the ball hits the pins. Traditional urethane balls are also very durable. If you're a highly skilled bowler, the newer reactive urethane balls are a must. A ball made with reactive urethane cover stock will give you the greatest amount of hook and power available. But of course, the hook and power of these high-tech bowling balls depends on more than just the surface characteristics of the ball. Steve, we've talked about the cover stock on the outside of the ball, but what really goes on the inside of a bowling ball?
Well, Dick, technology has changed dramatically since 1980. Prior to that, all the balls had traditional three-piece pancake weight blocks. And now we've made a lot of changes to create different roles in the ball. The first change that was made was the small core two-piece ball. Later on, we had the big oversized core two-piece. Now we have the big outer core with an inner core also to change where the ball will break. And finally, we've taken all the things we've learned over the last 15 years and combined them into one ball. We took the traditional pancake three-piece ball, which gives us consistency and nice even reaction, and we combined that with the two-piece technology that gives us the big hook that everybody looks for today in your new Dick Weber Legacy balls.
Thanks very much, Steve, for that information.
Polyester bowling ball, it's been around for maybe about 25 years, and it tends not to hook quite as much. It's a little more durable, but you do get some type of benefit from the bowling ball rather than the old hard rubber ball that we used to all know and love. It's more like for the bowler, I think, that's a little more fashion conscious because it comes in a lot of different colors. Not so much for knocking down bowling pins. The urethane ball is, it costs a little more money, obviously, but you get a lot more performance out of the ball. You don't have the color choice, but this is more for the bowler that wants to a little more serious. Maybe he bowls in 2 different leagues. He's competitive. He wants to beat all his teammates. And you're going to get a lot more hook out of this ball. Now, as far as the resin ball, that's probably the most exciting thing that's happened in bowling in a long time. The ball hooks quite a bit more on the back end, and it's not so much the overall hook as it is the violent snap. And a lot of people love to see that ball hook. And because it snaps so much harder on the back end, the pins just race off the deck. And so it's caused a lot of people to improve their game just by getting a new bowling ball. And it's caused a lot more excitement in the game of bowling.
I think the cover stock in the bowling ball has really taken the game by storm. It's helped a lot of women because it enables them to get better carry. The plastic balls used to just slide longer, and a woman has a tendency really not to turn the ball, say, as much as a man or get as many rotations, so it's not going to grab the lane and hit as hard. If you get something that's going to